immediately I felt like there was something weird, because, you know, there's always drinks, there's always, you know, the vodka and the mixers just like sitting on the table, but we walk in and immediately Diddy hands me a drink, Kanye hands Lauren a drink, and we're like, that's weird. Like, why are they serving us? And I don't like to drink. Like, I don't like alcohol. I don't like the way that it like makes me feel. It makes me feel sick. So, but my manager, since the beginning, she was just like, I know you don't like to drink, but if someone famous hands you something to drink, even if you don't want it, just like hold it and like pretend, because you don't want to seem rude. And I was like, okay. And it was like a vodka cranberry, and I was like, oh, gross. And so I'm just standing there with my back against the console, just like pretending to sip this drink. I'm like, I'm not fucking drinking this. This is gross. And my manager was sitting across on this couch with Kanye's cousin, and then the other girls were sitting next to her. And immediately I was like, there's something wrong. Like, I couldn't explain it. I didn't know what to do. But I just like felt that there was something not right. But I didn't know what to do. I was 19 years old, like just left home a year ago, new in the industry. Yeah, I didn't know what to do, but I knew that there was something wrong, basically. And I was standing there pretending to sip this drink, and my manager was sitting across from me. And, you know, if you know about like my past and like us being together, like, she's very much reserved, and people would always say like, oh, she's such a bitch, she has like a resting bitch face, and it's because she has like a severe like social anxiety. Like, she just wants to like sit in the corner and like tap on her phone and like not talk to anyone. So she's not a bitch, just very shy. And I see her across the room holding her drink, and it was weird because I noticed as I was standing there just kind of just like wondering what's going on, Diddy kept looking at me and Kanye kept looking at Lauren, and like they were exchanging glances, and I'm like, they're like watching me strangely. And I'm like, okay, let me pretend to drink, and like I'm not actually doing it. And like that seemed to like make them happy, like me like pretending to like join in. And immediately I'm like, there's something in this drink. There's something in this drink. And I didn't know what to do. And I like, my manager was like across the room, but like close enough, but like not next to me, so I couldn't like whisper to her. But I wanted to tell her, I'm like, hey, don't drink this. There's something wrong with this. But I couldn't. So I reach for my phone and I start to type, and Kanye takes the phone out of my hands and he's like, who are you texting? Like, you don't need to text anyone. Like, we're having a party. And I was like, okay. And he like puts it on one of the speakers, and I'm like, now what do I do? Like, I don't know what to do. And I see my manager take a sip, and I'm like, now what do I do? And then I see her take another sip, 2 sips out of this little vodka cranberry cup. And I'm like, oh, what do I do? 2 sips, and I watch her face flush. And all of a sudden, like, I look over and she's speaking really loud and like making jokes. And I'm like, whoa, like, this isn't her. Like, she doesn't make jokes. She's terrified of people. Like, she doesn't even talk. And I was like, it's already hitting her. Like, 100%, I just knew that the drinks were all laced with something. And she starts like almost being like belligerent a little bit, but not in like a crazy way, just like really enjoying herself. And I'm like, that's not her. That's not her. She doesn't even want to be here. Like, this is weird. And all of a sudden she like,
up, it's Timos to mommy. Nikki Heaton goes crazy, and she exposed that Diddy and Kanye tried to drug her. They tried to give her something to drink so that they can take advantage of her. These ninjas are just some creep, man. They've been doing a lot of stuff for a long time. So none of these ninjas in this industry ain't innocent. Kanye is with the shit just like Diddy. He and Diddy are just like best friends. All of these ninjas try to drug people, get people drunk so that they can take advantage of them. So Diddy been doing this shit for a long time, and he's a monster, and we needed to hold him accountable. You need to watch a full video, man. A lot of detail is in this shit. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get it.
dismisses the studio host. She's like, you can leave. And I'm like, oh my God, like, what's going on? And the girls file out. They go to like a different studio, or they go somewhere. And I'm like, I have to do something. I have to do something. What do I do? And I go and I go to get my phone where Kanye put it on one of the speakers, and as I'm going to get it, I turn and my manager's walking out, and I'm like, no, like where are you going? I'm already seeing people being like, this is cap. What do I have to gain? Let me just ask you, what do I have to gain? I'm in a farm in the middle of nowhere. I'm not in the industry anymore. I'm not filing a lawsuit, so I'm not getting paid. I'm not looking for clout, because who gives a about me? So why would I lie about this? This has been 9.5 years since this happened to me. Why would I? Let me go on. I don't, whatever. Yeah, so I see her start to leave. And I'm like, where are you going? And she's like, it's fine, I'm just going to the bathroom. And I was like, no, stay. And she's like, it's right there, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. And I was like, okay. And she walks out. And all of a sudden, I realize that I'm in this studio. The music's low, the lights are dim, but you can still like see everything. And I realize that I'm in the studio with Diddy and Kanye. God help me. What do I do? And as my eyes were closed, this is gonna sound weird, because I bet a lot of you are wondering like how you get out of this situation. My eyes were closed and I prayed. And I said, God help me, what do I do? And it was like clear as day. I heard this in my head, and it didn't make any sense. I heard, go towards them. And I was like, oh, great. The one time I asked God for help, Satan answers, because why would I go towards these two predators who are sexually assaulting me? Like, why would I do that? And then all of a sudden it clicked. My back was up against the glass wall. I could not go any further back. That was the only exit. He said, go towards them. They were already drunk off their shit. They were. So I lunged forward. I stepped forward, and it like threw them off balance. Like they were like, oh, you know, and like they stepped back at least 1.5 feet. And the moment that they did, I reached behind my back, I pulled the door, and I slipped out, grabbing my clothes. And I ran across the hall, across this corridor, and I hid inside of an empty studio that was black. And I sat there for like 20-25 minutes, just like crying, like, what the fuck do I do? And I'm texting my manager and she's not answering. And eventually, I don't think I'm supposed to say this next part because it could hurt her case, but basically, everything she said is true, basically. Because what I saw next, I was the only one who wasn't drugged. I was the only one who didn't drink their drinks, whatever. So I saw what happened next and who was involved. And that's why I'm a part of this lawsuit and like named in it. And yeah, it just, I mean, I eventually got us both out, and I got us in an Uber, and she obviously didn't remember anything because she was drugged and I wasn't. And apart from the aspect of, you know, looking for help and they turned away, the only other thing that really is, what about all those other girls that were there? Those 9 other girls who were drinking the drinks before we even got there. Like, I know none of them got out. I know none of them got saved that night. And I'm like, did they even remember? Did they even know what happened to them? Moral of the story, stay out of the industry. If you have daughters, make sure to tell them that they're idols. They should never meet and should never go to the studio with anyone, even if you're invited there as an artist, unless you have a bodyguard with you. You know, I thought I'd feel better after telling that story, but I really don't. But I guess the point is that, I mean, the same shit happened with Cassie. As soon as she said what happened, no one believed her, and they gave her so much shit. And it wasn't until videos came out and more people stepped forward that people were like, oh, she was telling the truth. And I'm here to warn you guys that more people are going to come forward. So believe her when she's talking right now.
Hold up, man. This story is interesting, man. This story is crazy. You can see that she's telling the truth. She's getting emotional talking about this shit, man. So Diddy and Kanye is just monsters. These people be drugging people, using artists, doing all type of stuff, man. Taking advantage of girls. You got all of the money in the world. Why would you need to drug someone so that you can have sex with them? So Diddy is just a creep, and all of these ninjas ain't innocent. All of these ninjas be doing the same thing because they believe that the type of agenda that they're trying to promote, that any girl that they see in the industry, they can have sex with them. They need to come to we so that they can get deals. They need to come to we so that they can be a star. So they believe that they should take advantage of everybody that come around them. So everything what Cassie was saying about Diddy for a long time, a lot of people did not believe until they saw that video of Diddy beating the shit out of the girl. So you can see that Diddy was a real bullshit ninja. Been doing all type of crazy stuff. So a lot of people are saying that Kanye is crazy, but Kanye is not talking about Diddy. I never saw Kanye exposing Diddy. Never saw that shit. So I've got to realize that all of these ninjas are enablers. They're doing the same thing that Diddy be doing. They're not innocent. All of these ninjas are just monsters. But we needed to hold Diddy accountable because this ninja was getting out of control. He was doing anything and thought that he was God, like he can walk on water. I'm not saying that Diddy's not a big hip-hop mogul and all. He did a lot for hip-hop, but he also helped to destroy people in hip-hop. That's why a lot of people can't recover when they got involved with Diddy. Diddy got a lot of victims. A lot of families are hurting. Diddy been doing this stuff from the 90s. So we needed to hold this ninja accountable. He was wilding. He was doing all type of crazy stuff, man. We needed to hold these ninjas accountable, man, for everything that they've been doing in the black community. So a lot of people are saying that Kanye is crazy. I don't think he's crazy. He's been doing this stuff with Diddy for a long time. So all of these ninjas been doing crimes. All of these black celebrities got a fetish for taking advantage of people. So all of the shit that is going on now, a recent lawsuit come out about Diddy and a recent one come out about Kanye sexually assaulting a girl. So I understand that all of these black billionaires are just criminals. They think that they're mighty. Man, these are the people that got control of the industry. So they think that they can just do just anything. Man, it does not work like that. That's why Diddy's in jail now. He just think that he has so much power, he will never go to jail and nothing will ever come to light. But everything is coming to light now. And all of Diddy empire is going down. All of Diddy empire was built off dishonesty. He robbed all of his artists. He treat people bad. So you have to get your just due. Things is gonna come back to haunt you. That is just the fact of the matter. Thing is just coming back to haunt Diddy. All of his karma is just coming back. All of it is just coming in a rapid lawsuit. Diddy be losing a lot of money. Man, shit is just crazy right now in this industry, man. If you got kids and they want to be a star or they want to join this industry, you just have to be careful because it's just a dangerous game. But it is what it is, man. Steamos the man. Have a blessed day.
I am dying to talk about this because this is something that I'm actually quite passionate about. So let's talk about the tattoo on Diddy's back. So in 2017, Diddy unveiled his full back tattoo. And this is what it looks like. Now, this is the picture of a Haitian Noir who goes by Erzeli Dantor. Diddy's back tattoo, Erzeli Dantor. When sharing the ink, Diddy captioned the reveal, and I quote, "I got the front and she's got my back." Over time, observers speculated that the design is actually inspired or for Erzeli Dantor, a figure in Haitian voodoo sometimes depicted reminiscent in the style of a black Madonna. Erzeli Dantor is associated with motherhood, feminine strength, protection of women, and marginalized communities, and justice. In voodoo, Erzeli Dantor is a fierce protector of women and children. So why would someone like Diddy get this law tatted on his back? Now, these are just my theories. My first theory is he's looking for protection from the consequences of his own actions. Ursula Duntor is a warrior, right? So he probably did this looking for protection from the backlash by showing that he is a devotee, thinking that the law is going to pay it forward. But the irony here is that Duntor doesn't protect abusers. She defends victims. After watching the Diddy documentary on Netflix, it is no doubt to me that this man is power hungry. He's looking for power from all sources. So it's not a stretch to me that he would be looking for quite literal spiritual power. It's possible that he started to dig into spiritual systems to maintain power. Duntor is also known for raw primal force, vengeance, domination, almost being impossible to defeat. And he might mark himself with her image, hoping spiritually he appears untouchable. That would intimidate rivals. That is a force that can scare away both human and spiritual enemies. And we know, based on the documentary, he needed that at the time. Knowing Diddy's past, it's possible that he may have thought that he was one of the children that Ursula protects. However, his current life literally contradicted her values. And my last theory is that was his desperate attempt to redirect karma. So when karma's catching up, enemies are exposing them, her empire is starting to crumble, Ursula Duntor, who represents justice, truth, protection of the innocent, punishment of the abuser, someone like Diddy, who genuinely probably believes that he's innocent in all of this, thinks that he falls into that category. And sometimes these spirits taunt you. They look for you. He probably messed with somebody who had an Ursula spirit. In my theory, allegedly. He caught the spirit, became infatuated, thought that the spirit was here to protect him, bring him justice. However, you can consider him tricked, as she was there all along to out him and to protect the victims. Diddy is not a victim. He is an abuser. It is no coincidence that after he got that tattoo, well, that was the beginning of the end for Diddy.